Now let's start with the game section. The very first news, Hopman Cup. Roger Federer and Belinda Bencic retain title for Switzerland. Hopman Cup. Now what is this sport about? Hopman Cup, an annual international 8-team indoor hardcourt tennis tournament. So it's a tennis tournament which is an annual internationally held 8-team indoor game. It was held in Perth, Western Australia. It's a mixed competition in which male and female players are on combined teams and represent their countries. So students, it's a mixed competition where both male and female players are involved. The event was concluded on 5th January 2019. This year's Switzerland's Roger Federer and Belinda Bencic secured a 2-1 victory over Germany's Angelique Kerber and Alexander Zverev to win the Hopman Cup for the second year in a row. So this was second consecutive win for Switzerland's players. It was Switzerland's 4th title overall, behind only the United States with 6. This year's tournament is the 31st edition of the Hopman Cup. So students, this year's Hopman Cup was the 31st edition and potentially be the final edition of the tournament. Why the final tournament? Because it will be replaced by an ATP tournament from next year. So this was about Hopman Cup, which was won by Roger Federer and Belinda Bencic as a team for Switzerland. Let's see the next news now. Smithy Montana wins ICC Women's Cricketer of the Year award. India's opening batter Smithy Montana won the Rachel Heyhoe Flint Award for Best Cricketer of the Year and the ICC ODI Player of the Year award. Montana has helped India win an ODI series, that is one international series against England, and T20 and ODI series against Sri Lanka and South Africa this year. She finished as the highest scorer in ODIs in 2018 with 669 runs in 12 matches at an average of 66.90. New Zealand's Sophie Devine was the runner-up for the ODI Player of the Year. So who was the runner-up for the ODI Player of the Year? It was Sophie Devine, belonging to the country of New Zealand. While Pakistan bowler Sana Mir was third in the race. India's T20 captain Harmanpreet Kaur. So who is the T20 captain of women's team India? It's Harmanpreet Kaur. She was named as the captain of the ICC Women's T20 Team of the Year. Meanwhile, New Zealand's Suzie Bates was named the captain of the ICC Women's ODI Team of the Year. So this is the small information about various awards which were given this year. And Smriti Mandhana, she became the ICC Women's Cricketer of the Year. Let's go through the award section now. Let's see. DRDO, that is Defense Research and Development Organization, receives Exhibitor of the Year award. Let's see the details. The Defense Research and Development Organization Pavilion received Exhibitor of the Year award at 106th Indian Science Congress held at Lovely Professional University, Fagwara, Punjab. So DRDO's outdoor exhibits included, so what were the main exhibits in the exhibition of DRDO? It included surface-to-air missile system Akash, model of BrahMos missile, remotely operated vehicle Daksh, heavyweight torpedo Varunastra, laser ordnance disposal system, and vehicle-mounted Dazzler, and many more. Now, some details regarding DRDO is also given here. Where are the headquarters situated of DRDO? It's situated in New Delhi. And when was it founded? It was founded in 1958. What is the motto of DRDO? Its strength's origin is in science. Minister responsible is Nirmala Sitharaman, who is also the Minister of Defense under the Central Ministry. And the Chairman of Defense Research and Development Organization is Satish Reddy. The role which it is playing right now is responsible for the ongoing light combat aircraft. So this was about the award, that is Exhibitor of the Year award received by DRDO. Let's move ahead. IIT Professor awarded with the National Geospatial Award for Excellence. Jayant Kumar Ghosh, Professor at the Civil Engineering Department of the IIT in Roorkee, was conferred the National Geospatial Award for Excellence 2017, which is a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Space Application Center in Ahmedabad. Organization all about, so Indian Society for Remote Sensing is an organization known in the area of space science, remote sensing and geospatial technology. So this award, that is National Geospatial Award for Excellence, it went to Jayant Kumar Ghosh, who is a civil engineering professor at IIT in Roorkee. Let's move ahead now. National Nritya Shramani Award 2019 for Anandita. Anandita Neojai Anam was honored with the National Nritya Shramani Award for promoting the dance from across the world. This award of national repute has been given in the past to the outstanding Indian classical dance performers and musicians of India and abroad. The award was conferred on her in Cuttack on the opening day of the 10th Cuttack Mahotsav. So, this award was given away to Anandita Anam on the opening day of the 10th Cuttack Mahotsav, International Dance and Music Festival in Cuttack on 2nd January 2019. So, the Cuttack Mahotsav is an international dance and music festival which was held in Cuttack on 2nd Jan 2019. So, this was regarding National Nritya Shramani Award, which was given to Anandita Neojai Anam for promoting the dance from across the world. Okay, now let's discuss the space section, the important space news. The first news is regarding NASA's TESS, that is Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite. It has found a new planet. So, Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, which is NASA's latest planet hunting probe, has discovered a new world outside our solar system, orbiting a dwarf star 53 light years away. So, the NASA's latest planet hunting probe, that is TESS, Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, it is part of the NASA's planet hunting probe. It has discovered a new planet now. This is the third new planet confirmed by TESS since its launch in April 2018. So TESS was launched in April 2018 and in all it has discovered 3 planets. This is the third planet that has been discovered. The planet has been named as HT 21749b. So if we talk about this planet, this is 3 times the size of Earth and can be categorized as sub-Neptune. The planet orbits a bright, nearly dwarf star about 53 light years away. So the planets are orbiting a dwarf star which is 53 light years away from our solar system in the constellation Reticulum and appears to have the longest orbital period of 3 planets so far identified by TESS. So the newly identified planet, it has the longest orbital period out of the 3 planets. Students, it's a very important development of NASA's program of hunting new planets. Let's move on to the next news now. International Space Station to grow beans in 2021. New research suggested that International Space Station could be growing beans in 2021. It had already cultivated lettuce in space 3 years ago. The beans could be planted in high-tech planters developed at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. So students, there is a possibility now that in future, maybe in 2021, the International Space Station would be successful in growing beans in space. The planters can regulate all the water, nutrients, gas and air the plants need. The project is to be carried out by NTNU in collaboration with Italian and French researchers. The food grown in space could be crucial to sustain the crew in future deep space missions. So this would be a very good news if they are successful in doing such a new experiment. They had already been successful in cultivating lettuce in space 3 years ago. Okay, there is also certain information given here regarding the International Space Station. Let's read it one by one. It was launched on 20th November 1998. And how was it launched? It was launched by Russian Proton and Soyuz rockets and American space shuttles. Expected operation end date is 2030. So it is expected that the operation will end in 2030. Crew, it's fully crewed. 6 members are there. Currently aboard are 3 members. Number of orbits, 1,13,456 as of September 2018. An International Space Station is a space station or a habitable artificial satellite in low Earth orbit. It is the largest human-made body in low Earth orbit and can often be seen with the naked eye from Earth. It is the 9th space station to be inhabited by crews. So this was small information regarding International Space Station. I hope that is clear to all of you. Let's see the next news. A very important development for ISRO. Chandrayaan2 mission launch most likely in February. Indian Space Research Organization will most likely launch Chandrayaan-2, the country's second mission to the moon. When was the first mission launched? The first mission was launched in October 2008, and it was the program operated till August 2009. The features of the Chandrayaan-2 mission are: Chandrayaan-2 mission is a totally indigenous venture comprising of an orbiter, a lander and a rover. So, it comprises of an orbiter, a lander and a rover, and it has been indigenously built. There would be a controlled descent, and the lander would soft land on the lunar surface at a specified site and deploy a rover. Okay, so this is regarding Chandrayaan-2 mission of ISRO. Let's see the next news now. Chang'e-4 lunar probe landed on the far side of the moon. Chang'e-4 lunar probe, which is a Chinese space probe, touched down on the far side of the moon. The probe, which has a lander and a rover that was launched in December, made the soft landing and transmitted the first ever close range image of the far side of the moon. It touched down at a targeted area near the moon's south pole in the von Karman crater. So this was a Chinese space probe which landed on the far side of the moon. It touched down at a specified area near the moon's south pole, where in the von Karman crater. And what is the purpose of this lunar mission? The purpose of the Chang'e-4e includes astronomical observations, surveying the moon's terrain, landform and mineral makeup, and measuring the neutron radiation and neutral atoms to study the environment of its far side. So basically to get important insights into the environment of the far side of the moon. The moon is tidally locked to Earth, rotating at the same rate as it orbits our planet. So most of the far side or dark side is never visible to us. Okay, so the previous spacecraft have seen the far side, but none has landed on it. So the previous aircrafts has seen the far side but never landed on it. China's space agency hailed the event as a historical first and a major achievement for the country's space program. So it's a very important development in the field of science and technology and space. Chang'e-4 lunar probe, it landed on the far side of the moon. So students, this was today's lecture on general knowledge and current affairs. We covered here the month of December, some news from January as well. I hope you found it useful. Thank you for watching.